Two teams more than ready to get this one started. And we are underway from Ford Field. This fielded right at the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. And trotting out there, no introduction needed for this guy around the league. Now in his 7th season as a QB. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. The Lions had 5 and 6 to start play. They were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. That ain't going to be tough to beat this one.
Right about 20 yards on the pickup. But officially, they'll say it's going to go for 19.
Let's go.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll look to throw here. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play. Plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get one. The thing that they'll be looking at is a spot of the football, and this is always such a tough one for officials to get exactly right.
Not just because of how fast the game's going, but just trying to get the right sight line to the football. That's not always easy. We'll see what they decide here.
After review of the play, ruling on the field is reversed.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he's got room. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That good for 22 and a first down. Right back to Dobbins on 1st. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 46 yards rushing for him here. What a start to the ball game. It's 1st and goal. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen's...
He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. A great play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Lions will jump on top of the game's first score here this afternoon. A long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical and almost like a boxing match where you hit them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. If they keep doing that in the 4th quarter, that's when the knockout occurs.
It becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. So now here are the Giants as they'll get their first opportunity here. And they will be led out by their 6'4" quarterback. the ground and Swift to start the drive. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7 as that one officially a loss of 1. Well, this defense for the Lions, they put together a strong effort last week in the win over Chicago.
And they needed to be because the game was a game we don't see very often anymore. Low scoring, slugging it out in the trenches. One play can make the difference type of a game, and each play took on more importance, and they got it done.
And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
You know darn well both of these teams reviewed the film and saw that this defense had 5 sacks last week. They got to keep their QB upright.
And they're going to try their best to do exactly that. But they're facing a team where getting to the quarterback is a mindset. It's a mantra for them. And they play a game within the game. And you know what it is? Let's race to the quarterback and see who gets there first.
And the Giants send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Fielded at the 33. 46 yards on the boot. The coverage holds him to just 3 on the return. And the Lions will take over. J.K. Dobbins leading the way as the offense returns to the field.
And he's sure looking like a lock for a 1,000-yard season. Don't know if he's going to get it in this game, but he'd probably like to just to get past that point.
Yeah, and if he doesn't, as you noted, there's still time, still opportunity. There's still more games to be played. So, yeah, it's not a lock, but barring injury, it certainly looks like he's going to get there. And what an accomplishment that is. Anytime you get over 1,000 yards, you're celebrated in the NFL.
It's been quite a season. Still a couple chapters left in that book, though.
13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well.
That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary. Figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
On the counter now, it's Dobbins. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw it for a loss.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And they're going to be settled down around the 15-yard line. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
They'll run up the gut with Dobbins. 65 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, not get loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what?
And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. A great effort there. With touchdown number 2 in the game, and now 11 on the year. And the Lions' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Well, this has been a flawless start for them. They score, they get the stop, and they score again, Charles.
Complimentary football at its finest. You just mentioned how they got it done. They scored. The defense got the ball back for them. They score again. That's the way you win ball games.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they, of course, coming into this one in the midst of a tough losing streak. They did get helped out by the open week last week, and in talking with him, all indications were, Charles, that was a very helpful break.
Yeah, I know a lot of teams, coaches, they hate taking time off in the midst of a losing streak because they think they have to stay on their toes and punch their way out of it. But occasionally, you get that open week, you step back, evaluate what's been going wrong, see what you can put in that can move you forward, and maybe you get a chance to breathe a little bit and kind of start over.
Giant football, and we're ready to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. On 3rd down, Boykin forced out to his left. And that is incomplete. And the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up.
That certainly looks like nothing to show now from these first 2 possessions. And guess what? When you're on a losing streak, that can lead to a full sense of, here we go again. So on the sidelines, the offensive play callers, quarterback, they've got to get together and dial something up to start their next drive. Otherwise, it could be a long game.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. J.K. Dobbins leading the way as the offense returns to the field.
And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had. Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. Another run here with Dobbins. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Back to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line.
Now that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job, and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. A give up the middle to Dobbins. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. On play action, they'll throw out to his left. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
Okay, Frank.
They'll set up to throw. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And the Lions are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
What an excellent end result for them. But let's go back to the decision, first of all, to go for it all on 4th down. A lot of pressure on the quarterback's shoulders, but they knew he could handle it. Makes the right read there, gets the ball to his receiver. They get the 1st down. It's now 1st and goal.
They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. Dobbins. Oh, he's going absolutely nowhere as he is hit behind the line. That really sets him back. A loss of 6.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense. A little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
One more time with Dobbins. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. J.K. Dobbins, his 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Lions have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great word, partner, using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word if you don't mind. How about perfection? No surprise that they're leading right now. Absolute dominance throughout this ball game, and no signs of slowing down.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 21-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. And New York set to take the field. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
On 2nd down, it's Boykin hitting Juju on the slant. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
On 1st down, Boykin. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. Boykin. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. The Giants on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Throwing again here. Boykin. Eluding the pressure right. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. And this is on target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good, and this will stay a 3-touchdown game. Well, listen, now, no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, and it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years, my theory is very simple. The athletic ability of kickers continues to get better and better. Check their backgrounds. They were all county, all state.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Kwity Paye getting in there and burying him behind the line. Well, on that one, they go with a play fake, CD, but I don't think anybody really was fooled. All eyes were fixated on the quarterback, and they got him to the ground.
And to run this play successfully, you've got to make sure that everyone is doing their part. You actually have to sell this play. You've got to sell the run action. Otherwise, why do you stop at the running back? You just run straight for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Let's go now. Cheetah.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Steps away. And Marshall's got it. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That pickup goes for 25. What a flip of the script from 4th down to 1st. Really nice job there, showing the mobility, getting outside and creating something. I mean, that's good on any down. When you're going for it on 4th, that's a big play.
And it wasn't designed at all. Not a design play for him to bootleg out or get outside the pocket. That's just feeling pressure, knowing where to exit. And as you mentioned, finding the 1st down on a 4th down play.
They go right back to him for 20 and a 1st.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down,
he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. A great play there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Lions continue to pull away here in this first half. Extra point right down the middle. And a rout is on here in this first half. A drive that time of 6 plays. And the end result, a Detroit touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The New York set to take the field. And the last time that they were on the field, a little demoralizing. Missed field goal. You know, always feel like you want to get it in the end zone, but then, oh, well, at least we're going to get 3. Didn't go through the goalpost, so.
It does test the mental processes of the team, though, doesn't it? Because when you miss a field goal, it's amazing how fast they want to turn on the guy kicking the ball. But you need to keep his confidence up because how many times have we seen games where it comes down to the stretch, and guess what? You need that guy to make the big kick for your team to move on or to win a game. Make sure you keep him happy. Make sure you keep him comfortable.
I'm sure you always treated the kicker nicely, though, right?
You know, truthfully, I did.
Good.
I always did because those guys, they won us a whole lot of games.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. To throw is Boykin. He's going to get that to Swift underneath. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Boykin looking to go to the air again. And he'll get this into the hands of Swift once again. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Boykin on 1st and 10. Now, quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
There's Boykin to throw. And complete to Drake London. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number one. Boykin will throw again. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Another good completion on the drive as the Giants have a first down.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Boykin. Over the middle, hauled in by Smith-Schuster. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. Again, Boykin. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. The Giants going to burn their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. From the 7, it's 2nd and 5. Here is Boykin. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete. They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on third down. Buying time to his left. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And his kick here is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here in Detroit with the Lions out on top. As we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. We're starting to get near the home stretch of this NFL season. It's week 13, so let's get an update on what's going on. From there, we head over to the West Coast. Check out the Niners at home at Levi Stadium. And at the half, they have the lead over the visiting Seahawks. The Niners locked in a tight one, but this is a game you feel they've got to have. Finally, let's get to the desert. Let's check on the Cardinals at home in Glendale. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting LA Rams. The Cards trying to hold on and claim victory. With that, let's get a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Giants. And they didn't get a whole lot accomplished through the air in those first 2 quarters of play. They'll need to up their game if they want to rally all the way back. Meanwhile, for the Lions, we check out their numbers on the ground as they'll try to keep the momentum going into the second half. Final adjustments being made for the second half. Whether they'll amount to much in a game that's already pretty well decided, well, that's another question. Nevertheless, let's get you back out to Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, thanks. Yeah, that's something to consider. Are we in for more one-way traffic here in the second half? It has not been a competitive game to this point. The Giants set to get the football, and they trail here as we get back underway in the second half. And we will not see a return to start the half as this will be a touchback. The Giants about set to go to begin this third quarter. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, That's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late.
It's caught inside the 25. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
Here's Boykin, off play action. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's second down. So a nice bounce back there defensively after giving up the big play.
Yeah, you can either get down on yourself or you can get motivated. And that time, they dropped him for a loss. So I would say that they got motivated and made the play.
And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. Calling no gain there, and it brings forth a 3rd and long.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature in the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Working the middle here, that's complete to Knox, the tight end. And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line. So the Giants now are going to turn it over to their field goal unit. This one from 35 yards away. And his kick is right there. It's good, and they're back within 3 scores as it's now a 22-point game. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. Well, they got to be thrilled with how they've operated so far in this one. They've got the nice lead, and now a chance to score here on 3 straight possessions.
Yeah, and the way that they are rolling, I just don't know how they get slowed down because they certainly are operating at peak efficiency right now. They might want to think about giving some of their backups a little bit of work. They let some other guys get on the field and do their thing and save some of this for the next time out.
Open man downfield, that's Marshall. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down. Throw left side complete. That's Davis. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
Now Dobbins again on 2nd down. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. He'll look to throw. That'll be complete to Dobbins. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 19. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Now a handoff for Dobbins. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape. Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. On the move to his left. And that will be incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Rolling to his left. This is caught. Touchdown. From 21 yards away. As his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now. A 10-play drive that time. And it's capped off by a touchdown for the Lions. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Now out come the Giants.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Throwing here, Boykin on first. To the sideline, wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. Now it's Boykin. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
On third down, Boykin. Had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. And the Giants send out their punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And this will be taken at the 13.
A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And they will take over 1st and 10.
And Detroit getting set to go now.
Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
From the lineman to the guy running with it, that was a well-executed first down by the offense. With 2 shots left to get the first, you can get a little aggressive here on 2nd down if you want and try for some bigger yardage.
He'll find his man, Terrace Marshall, complete.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards to pick up there.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
So the drive takes him into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 47.
Here's a handoff out of the gun, and he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it, and it's 2nd down.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
The throw over the middle taken in. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They've let these receivers run wild, and here's another completion for good yardage.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw.
He'll swing this out to Dobbins.
And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. We have played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now at Ford Field. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4.
On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins.
And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
They'll run with Dobbins.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit.
J.K. Dobbins.
His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Lions are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. So he had the nice run to get him down there. Was stopped just short of the goal line, but they go right back to him, CD, and he delivers to finish the drive off.
A little extra determination there, don't you think, partner? You notice he didn't tap on his helmet and say, get me out after the run down to the end zone. He said, I almost got in. I'm going to get in on my own. I'm staying in. And he carries it across the goal line.
Extra point splits the uprights. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys would get it at the 25. And New York set to take the field.
It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case.
Now a pass that's taken in by Smith-Schuster. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a 1st down.
Now, 4th quarter, certainly not enough time for a comeback, but nice to see them making use of the time remaining to try and make this one a little more respectable.
Yeah, I think the ultimate goal, good execution, be crisp, be sharp, and find a way to put some points on the board to make this thing look just a little bit better.
On 1st down, Boykin to the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feed down complete. He's been a busy man here in this one, and they're showing off some nice footwork to stay in bounds.
And with those types of catches and the volume that we've seen in this game, wouldn't you keep him busy as well?
I would.
Of course. You got to keep throwing it to him. He keeps making plays.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've converted a 1/3 of their opportunities, 3 for 9. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Throwing again here, Boykin. Throwing left side, it's complete. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 26. Boykin. And this is caught at the 8. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
Well, I mean, look, obviously there's no 20 or 30-point play in that playbook, but they can try to end things here on a positive note despite trailing big, and that looks like what they're trying to do here by pushing the ball downfield.
Well, let me go with the heavy cliche then, Park.
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes?
After reviewing the play, ruling on the field is reversed.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Very fortunate to get another shot. Here's 2nd and goal.
Now it's Boykin. His pass caught at the 4. 5 yards that time on the completion, and now it's 3rd and goal. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Third and goal, Boykin. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. I think here the score dictates you pretty much got to go for it.
But when you look at the scoreboard and you realize that 3 doesn't do you a whole lot of good in this situation, you're exactly right. Dial up one of your better plays and get after it. Forget the field goal kicker. He doesn't matter.
And they'll turn their power game to try to get in. He's fighting, but they're not going to let him in. Stopped at the 2-yard line. They tried to let the fullback pound it in between the tackles, but he stopped up short. And the Lion defense able to come up there with a goal line stand. Wide open, it's Marshall complete. And they're going to get this all the way out past the 20. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Here's a give to Dobbins. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll go again with Dobbins. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And he's going to be stopped short of a first down as they'll get to him at about the 33. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
He may be a bit undersized compared to the modern-day NFL defensive tackle, but what he lacks in size, he definitely makes up for in his ability to make tackles in the run game as well.
And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th.
But when you do call quarterback sneak, you don't mind if your quarterback's a little bit on the vertically challenged side, do you? Because he's just going to hide behind his big guys up front and be able to surge forward and pick up the first down.
Now Dobbins. And he'll rumble for about 5 up close to the 40.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
On 3rd down, here's Dobbins. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. 136 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. They'll run here with Dobbins. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time, and a first down. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
They'll run. It's Dobbins. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first. Here's Dobbins. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the 1st and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is, I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
Extra point right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The New York set to take the field.
They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this 4th quarter.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And the connection not there. Incomplete. Just 14 seconds down to the final couple of plays here. On 2nd down, here's Boykin. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. To throw is Boykin. He's going to let it fly.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
And the Giants send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. The call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line.
Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago, and you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.
So for Detroit, the win gets them back to 500 at 6-6 on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, for the Giants, it's another week with more questions than answers as they fall to 3-9. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head to Dallas to take on the Cowboys.